Have you ever noticed how quickly leg strength seems to fade once you pass 60? One year you can climb stairs with ease, and the next, your knees shake halfway up. You tell yourself it's just age, but deep down you wonder why so fast. The truth is, leg strength doesn't vanish overnight. It slips away slowly, silently, and almost unnoticeably until one day you realize how much you've lost. And it's not just about muscle, it's about confidence, stability, independence. It's about the freedom to move without fear. You see, the body operates on a ooze it or lose it rule, but there's more to it than that. What most people don't realize is that our muscle cells don't stop working after 60. They're still alive, still waiting for a signal to grow, still capable of rebuilding themselves stronger than before. The problem isn't the age, it's the message we're sending our muscles. We stop challenging them. We stop nourishing them. We stop giving them what they need to repair and thrive. Leg strength declines so rapidly in older adults because of one crucial factor: recovery. When we're young, our bodies repair damaged muscle fibers automatically, quickly, almost effortlessly. But as we age, that repair process slows down, not because our bodies forget how, but because they lack the fuel to do it. And that fuel comes from nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and amino acids that trigger the rebuilding process while we sleep. Without them, every step, every climb, every stand up from a chair moment becomes just a little harder than the day before. This is why so many older adults begin to lose their balance, experience slower reaction times, struggle to maintain endurance. It's not weakness, it's depletion. The muscles are like batteries that were never recharged overnight. Each day they run lower and lower until the spark fades. Here's the inspiring truth: that spark isn't gone. It can be reignited. Science shows that even people in their 70s and 80s can rebuild lost muscle with the right nutrients, rest, and consistency. Think about it. Your legs carry you through every moment of your day. They're the foundation of your independence. Yet most people feed them poorly and expect them to stay strong. You wouldn't starve a plant and still expect it to grow. The same logic applies to your body. Every muscle fiber in your legs depends on what you give it, especially before bed. Because at night, while you sleep, your body does its most powerful work. It repairs, regenerates, and recharges. So when leg strength declines rapidly after 60, it's not a curse of aging. It's a sign that your body is asking for support. It's asking for the right nutrients at the right time to rebuild what daily life breaks down. And when you understand this, when you start feeding your muscles the vitamins they crave before sleep, you stop aging passively. You start participating in your own renewal. That's the secret no one tells you. Your body doesn't want to give up. It's waiting for your permission to rebuild. And when you give it that chance, when you start supporting it instead of neglecting it, you'll discover that age doesn't define strength. Your choices do. Let's talk about something most people overlook: the connection between bedtime nutrition and overnight muscle repair. You might think your muscles grow when you're walking, lifting, or exercising, but that's only half the story. The real transformation happens when you stop moving. During rest, especially deep sleep, your body goes into restoration mode. It's when microscopic muscle tears from daily activity are repaired, inflammation is reduced, and new, stronger muscle fibers are built. In other words, nighttime is your body's workshop. But here's the problem: after 60, that workshop often runs out of materials. You may sleep, but your body doesn't have the nutrients it needs to rebuild. The result: you wake up sore, stiff, and weaker instead of refreshed and stronger. Think about how often you wake up feeling like your legs just didn't recover from yesterday's walk or workout. That's not age, that's malnourished recovery. During sleep, your body performs a process called muscle protein synthesis. This is the stage where amino acids, vitamins, and minerals come together to repair muscle tissue. But for this to happen efficiently, you need certain nutrients in your system before you close your eyes. If you go to bed on an empty stomach, or worse, after eating processed, sugary foods, your body spends the night fighting imbalance rather than building strength. When you nourish your body properly before bed, everything changes. Vitamins like B12 and minerals like magnesium act as molecular messengers. They tell your muscles it's time to repair. They regulate hormones like growth hormone and testosterone, both essential for maintaining muscle tone. They also help your nervous system relax, allowing you to slip into deeper sleep where true regeneration happens. Now, think of your muscles as a team of workers. When you go to bed, those workers clock in. If you've given them the right materials, they rebuild, strengthen, and restore every cell. But if the shelves are empty, they can't do their job. The difference between waking up stronger or weaker depends entirely on what you gave your body before that shift began. This is why bedtime nutrition matters so much more after 60. Your metabolism slows down, absorption decreases, and your body's demand for repair skyrockets. You can't just rely on daytime meals anymore. Your nighttime routine becomes the key to your next day's energy, mobility, and strength. So instead of thinking of bedtime as the end of your day, start thinking of it as the beginning of your body's rebuilding phase. Because the work your body does while you sleep will determine how strong, stable, and capable you feel when you rise in the morning. Now, let's uncover the real power players. The 3 essential vitamins that work quietly through the night to strengthen your legs, rebuild lost muscle, and improve mobility after 60. These vitamins aren't exotic or expensive. In fact, they're simple, natural, and already inside your body. They just need to be restored and used at the right time before bed. The first one is vitamin D, the recovery switch. Most people think vitamin D is only about bone health, but it does much more than that. It's like a signal your body needs to activate muscle growth. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles don't get the message to repair themselves properly after use. Think of it as your body's power button for strength. When you sleep, vitamin D works with calcium and protein to rebuild damaged fibers, enhance coordination, and support balance. Studies have shown that low vitamin D levels are directly linked to weak legs and slower walking speed in older adults. So if you want stronger legs after 60, getting your vitamin D levels right through supplements or even evening sunlight is essential. Then comes magnesium, the unsung hero of muscle relaxation and energy. If vitamin D is the builder, magnesium is the mechanic. It keeps everything running smoothly. When you don't have enough magnesium, your muscles can't fully relax, leading to tightness, cramps, and restless sleep. It's also vital for energy production inside your cells. After 60, many people become deficient because the body's ability to absorb magnesium decreases. Taking it before bed can calm your nervous system, lower stress hormones, and help you drift into deep, healing sleep. And during that sleep, magnesium supports protein synthesis, the exact process that helps your legs recover from fatigue and gain strength overnight. And finally, there's vitamin B12, the energy vitamin. It's the one most people never think about when it comes to muscle health, yet it's absolutely critical. Vitamin B12 fuels your red blood cells, which deliver oxygen to your muscles. Without oxygen, your muscles can't repair or grow. It's also vital for your nerves, those electrical highways that control muscle contractions and coordination. As you age, your body's ability to absorb B12 drops sharply, especially if you take certain medications or eat less meat. That's why older adults often feel tired or unsteady. They're running low on this vital nutrient. By restoring B12, you're essentially turning the lights back on in your muscles, giving them the energy and control they need to stay strong and responsive. Now imagine this: you take these 3 nutrients, vitamin D to build, magnesium to relax, and B12 to energize before you sleep. While your conscious mind rests, your body begins its nighttime construction project. Muscle, health fibers reconnect, cells recharge, and stiffness melts away. The next morning, your legs feel lighter, steadier, stronger. It's not magic, it's biology working the way it's meant to, finally supported by what it's been missing. So when you think about these 3 vitamins, don't think of them as supplements. Think of them as a message to your body, a signal that says, I'm ready to rebuild. Because even after 60, your body isn't done growing stronger. It's simply been waiting for the right tools to begin again. Let's dive deeper into that first powerhouse, vitamin D, your body's nighttime recovery switch. Most people associate it only with bone health. Its role in muscle strength is far more profound. Vitamin D is like the ignition key that starts your body's repair engine after dark. Without it, that engine struggles to turn over, and your muscles remain in a state of partial recovery, never quite rebuilding to full strength. Here's the truth: when you're young, your body can get by with minimal vitamin D. You spend more time outdoors, your skin produces it easily from sunlight, and your hormones work in harmony. But after 60, that balance changes. Your skin becomes less efficient at making vitamin D, and your body stores it less effectively. The result, a deficiency that quietly steals your stability, drains your strength, and weakens your legs over time. Vitamin D works by signaling muscle cells to absorb calcium and phosphorus, 2 minerals that help your muscles contract, relax, and grow. But what's truly fascinating is how it affects your muscle fibers. Research shows that vitamin D influences the size and strength of type 2 muscle fibers, the fast twitch fibers responsible for power and balance. These are the very fibers that help you rise from a chair, climb stairs, and prevent falls. When vitamin D levels are low, those fibers shrink, reaction times slow, and balance becomes unstable. And here's the connection to sleep. Vitamin D also supports your body's natural circadian rhythm, the internal clock that controls hormone release, recovery, and rest. When you maintain healthy vitamin D levels, your body produces more melatonin, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. That deeper rest gives your muscles the time they need to regenerate efficiently. So when you take vitamin D before bed, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're setting up the perfect environment for them to rebuild. Imagine this nightly process. You take your vitamin D supplement, perhaps with a light snack containing healthy fats like avocado or nuts to help absorption. As you fall asleep, your body begins its quiet work. Calcium flows into the muscle fibers, protein synthesis kicks in, and microscopic damage from the day's movements starts to repair. Over time, you notice something incredible. Standing feels easier, steps feel lighter, and your legs respond with strength and control instead of stiffness and hesitation. This is the overlooked secret of vitamin D. It's not just about protecting your bones, it's about empowering your muscles. And while most people chase strength in the gym or through endless exercises, the real transformation often begins in the dark, during sleep, with the right nutrients guiding your recovery. So before you close your eyes tonight, remember that vitamin D is more than a supplement. It's a signal to your body that you're ready to rebuild, to stay strong, and to keep moving forward with energy and confidence no matter your age. Now, let's turn to the second vital nutrient, magnesium, the quiet workhorse that keeps your muscles strong, flexible, and free from pain. While vitamin D acts as the builder, magnesium is the stabilizer, the mineral that makes sure everything in your muscles and nerves works in perfect rhythm. Most people underestimate it. After 60, this single mineral can make the difference between waking up refreshed or waking up stiff and sore. Every time your muscles contract, whether you're walking, climbing stairs, or just standing, magnesium is there balancing calcium and preventing your muscles from locking up. Without enough magnesium, calcium floods the muscle cells and doesn't leave, causing tightness, cramps, those sharp nighttime leg spasms that wake you from deep sleep. It's your body's way of saying, I'm running low on recovery fuel. Magnesium also plays a huge role in producing ATP, the molecule your cells use for energy. Think of ATP as the battery that powers every movement in your body. But here's the key. Magnesium is what activates ATP. Without it, those batteries stay drained and your muscles never fully recharge. That's why low magnesium can make your legs feel weak or heavy, even if you're eating well and resting enough. After 60, our bodies lose magnesium more easily through stress, medications, even caffeine. Our digestion becomes less efficient, meaning we absorb less from food. That's why taking a magnesium supplement before bed can be such a game changer. It relaxes your muscles, calms your nervous system, and helps you fall asleep faster. But more importantly, it sets the stage for deep cellular recovery. While you sleep, magnesium reduces inflammation, balances electrolytes, and supports the rebuilding of muscle tissue damaged during the day. You can almost imagine what's happening inside you as you drift into deep sleep. Magnesium steps in like a repair technician, easing tension from tired muscles, soothing nerves, and recharging energy pathways. Your legs, which may have felt stiff and tired earlier, begin to unwind. The next morning, you stand up and realize something subtle but powerful. You move with more ease. The stiffness isn't as sharp. The strength feels a little more alive. But here's what makes magnesium truly special. It doesn't just strengthen your legs physically, it strengthens your sleep. And that's critical because sleep is where every ounce of repair happens. When you're magnesium deficient, your stress hormone cortisol stays high, making it harder to rest. But when you restore your magnesium, cortisol drops, melatonin rises, and your body finally enters that deep, healing sleep that your muscles have been craving. So, if you've been waking up with aching calves, tight thighs, or a sense that your legs just never recover, it's time to look at this mineral. Magnesium isn't just another supplement, it's your body's reset button. Taking it before bed is like sending your muscles on vacation overnight, giving them the peace they need to rebuild and return stronger than before. Because the truth is, strong legs don't come only from movement, they come from proper rest. And magnesium is the bridge that connects the two: movement and recovery, action and repair, effort and ease. Give your body this essential nutrient before you sleep, and you'll give your muscles the best gift of all, renewed strength by morning. And now we come to the third essential nutrient, vitamin B12, the spark that brings your strength and energy back to life. If vitamin D builds and magnesium restores, then vitamin B12 fuels the entire system. It's the nutrient that keeps your body's motor running smoothly, ensuring that every muscle fiber in your legs receives the oxygen and energy it needs to stay strong, balanced, and responsive. Most people don't realize how important B12 is for muscle health, especially after 60. This vitamin plays a vital role in producing red blood cells, which carry oxygen throughout your body. Without enough oxygen, your muscles simply can't perform. They fatigue faster, feel weaker, and take longer to recover. That's why so many older adults feel drained or heavy in their legs, even after a full night's rest. It's not always age, it's often low B12 quietly holding them back. But B12 doesn't stop there. It also protects your nervous system, the communication line between your brain and your muscles. Every step you take, every time you balance yourself or react to a stumble, that movement depends on quick, clear signals traveling through your nerves. When B12 levels drop, those signals slow down. You might notice tingling in your legs, numbness in your feet, or just a general lack of coordination. It's your body's way of whispering, "I'm losing connection." And here's where it gets tricky. As we age, our stomach produces less acid, which means we absorb less vitamin B12 from food. Even if you eat well, your body may not be getting enough. That's why supplementing becomes so important, especially before bed when your body enters repair mode. Taking B12 in the evening helps replenish your stores, allowing your red blood cells and nerves to do their best work while you sleep. During those quiet nighttime hours, B12 acts like an internal electrician, rewiring your nerve pathways and fueling energy production deep within your cells. It works alongside magnesium and vitamin D to create a powerful recovery team, one that restores your legs from the inside out. Your blood flow improves, your nerve responses sharpen, and your energy begins to rise. Over time, this translates into real results: steadier steps, stronger legs, and greater endurance. Many people over 60 describe feeling tired but wired, exhausted, yet unable to rest. That's often a sign of B12 imbalance. This vitamin helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle by supporting melatonin production and keeping your nervous system calm. When your B12 levels are healthy, your mind and body finally sync together. You fall asleep easier, stay asleep longer, and wake up with that rare, revitalized energy that feels like you've gained back years of life. Think of vitamin B12 as your body's ignition key. Without it, the engine just sputters. But once you restore it, everything fires up again. Your muscles receive oxygen, your nerves communicate clearly, and your energy feels alive. Combined with vitamin D and magnesium, it completes the nighttime trio that transforms rest into restoration. So before you turn off the light tonight, remind yourself, your body isn't slowing down because it's old, it's slowing down because it's underfueled. Give it back the nutrients it's been missing, especially B12, and you'll feel that power return. You'll walk taller, move steadier, and wake up with the kind of energy that reminds you strength doesn't fade with age. It simply waits for you to feed it again. Now that you know which vitamins matter most, timing becomes everything. The way and when you take these nutrients can completely transform how your body uses them. You see, your muscles don't just need the right materials, they need them delivered at the right moment. And when it comes to recovery and repair, that moment is at night, just before you sleep. During the day, your body is busy, moving, digesting, thinking, responding to stress. But at night, all that changes. Your body enters a deep recovery state where muscle protein synthesis, tissue repair, and hormonal balance peak. This is when your body actually listens, when it uses every nutrient you give it to rebuild what daily life has worn down. That's why taking these 3 vitamins before bed, vitamin D, magnesium, and B12, creates such a powerful effect. It aligns perfectly with your body's natural healing rhythm. Let's start with magnesium. Because it helps relax your muscles and calm your nervous system, it's best taken about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. It prepares your body for rest, loosens tight muscles, and allows your heart rate to slow. Many people find that this alone helps them fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Pairing magnesium with a small glass of water or warm milk helps it absorb better. Vitamin D, on the other hand, is fat soluble. It's best absorbed when taken with a little healthy fat. Some people prefer taking it earlier in the evening, especially after dinner, alongside foods like salmon, eggs, or avocado. Doing so allows it to move into your bloodstream gradually, supporting your overnight muscle repair without interfering with sleep. Even though it's known as the sunshine vitamin, studies show that taking vitamin D later in the day still benefits recovery and strength as long as it's paired with fat for absorption. Then there's vitamin B12, the energizer. Now, you might think taking an energy, supporting vitamin before bed would keep you awake, but B12 doesn't act like caffeine. Instead, It balances your body's internal clock by supporting melatonin and serotonin production. Taking it in the evening can help regulate sleep cycles while ensuring your muscles and nerves are fueled for repair. Some people find that a sublingual lessa under the tongue B12 supplement works best as it absorbs quickly and bypasses digestion issues common in older adults. But here's the secret. It's not just about swallowing vitamins. It's about creating a nightly ritual that signals your body it's time to recover. Take your vitamins, turn off bright screens, dim the lights, and let your body wind down. This small, consistent routine tells your brain to shift from daytime activity to nighttime restoration. Think of it like giving your body a checklist. Vitamin D activates the builders, magnesium relaxes the muscles, and B12 fuels the process. Together, they create the perfect environment for your body to rebuild while you rest. By the time morning comes, your muscles have repaired, your energy is restored, and your legs feel lighter, ready to carry you through another day with strength and confidence. The key is consistency. The more regularly you nourish your body before sleep, the more your muscles will respond. Over time, those tired legs that once ached in the morning begin to feel steadier and stronger. You'll notice less stiffness, better balance, and a sense of renewed vitality that stays with you all day. Because when you align what you take with when you take it, your body rewards you with exactly what you've been missing: real, lasting strength. Strong legs after 60 aren't built by accident, they're built by habit. The vitamins we've talked about, vitamin D, magnesium, and B12, can only do their best work when you pair them with the right bedtime habits. Because while supplements set the foundation, your lifestyle choices are what allow your body to use them effectively. The good news, you don't need drastic changes. Just a few simple, consistent steps can turn your nights into powerful recovery sessions for your muscles. It all starts with what you do in the last hour before sleep. This is when your body prepares to switch from activity to repair. So many people spend this time scrolling on their phones, watching TV under bright lights, eating late night snacks filled with sugar and salt. These habits confuse your body's internal clock and raise stress hormones, making it harder to fall into deep, restorative sleep, the kind where muscle repair actually happens. Instead, imagine creating a peaceful nightly routine that supports your recovery. About an hour before bed, dim the lights and avoid screens. Have a glass of water or a warm herbal tea to stay hydrated. This helps your body absorb those bedtime vitamins more effectively. If you enjoy a light snack, make it something nourishing like Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of seeds or a few slices of avocado, foods that provide healthy fats for vitamin D absorption and help stabilize blood sugar levels through the night. Next, focus on relaxation. Gentle stretching, deep breathing, or even a short walk can make a huge difference. When you release tension before bed, you allow magnesium to work more efficiently in your muscles, preventing cramps and stiffness overnight. Think of this as your signal to the body that it's time to heal, not to stay alert. Another simple but powerful habit is staying consistent with your sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day keeps your hormones balanced. Growth hormone, which supports muscle repair, is released most effectively when you follow a regular pattern. Combine that with steady nutrient support, and your body begins to rebuild your legs with the precision of a well-tuned machine. And finally, don't underestimate your mindset. As DrMike often reminds his audience, your body listens to your thoughts. When you go to bed feeling defeated or believing that weakness is part of aging, your brain reinforces that message. When you lie down knowing your body is capable of renewal, that it's rebuilding while you sleep, you shift your biology. Confidence and intention are part of the recovery process. These bedtime habits may seem small, but their impact compounds over time. Each night of quality sleep, each well-timed dose of nutrition, each moment of calm before bed adds up. The result? You wake up not just rested, but restored. Your legs feel stronger, your movements more stable, and your energy more vibrant. Because recovery doesn't happen by chance, it happens by choice. And when you make that choice every night, you're not just preserving your strength, you're building it. You're teaching your body that age doesn't define your limits. Your habits do. And from that moment forward, every night becomes a step towards stronger legs, greater independence, and a life that feels fully alive again. At some point in life, especially after 60, you realize strength is no longer just about muscle. It's about independence. It's about confidence. It's about the simple joy of standing tall and moving without fear or hesitation. And that's what this journey is really about, reclaiming the strength that time tried to take from you. Because the truth is, your body never stops wanting to heal. It never stops trying to rebuild. You just have to give it the tools and trust the process. When you start nourishing your body with these 3 bedtime vitamins, vitamin D, magnesium, and B12, you're not just supporting muscle growth, you're sending a message to your body that says, I'm still in the fight. Every night becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, not weaker. Every morning becomes proof that recovery is possible at any age. Think about that for a moment. Your legs, the same ones that have carried you through decades of living, are still capable of renewal. They don't care how many birthdays you've had. They care how you treat them tonight. Feed them the nutrients they've been craving, give them rest, move them with intention, and watch what happens. You'll feel that spark return, the steadiness when you stand up, the energy in your steps, the sense of control that aging tries to take away. In the book Younger Next Year, there's a line that says the body is built to renew itself if only we give it the right signals. And those signals aren't loud or complicated. They're quiet, consistent, and intentional. Taking your vitamins before bed, choosing to rest deeply, believing that progress doesn't end after 60. It simply changes form. That's how strength is rebuilt. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, remember that the real transformation doesn't happen in the gym. It happens here in the silence of your rest when your body does its greatest work. Your muscles repair, your nerves reset, your energy returns. That's not aging, that's renewal. And it's available to you every single night. This isn't about perfection or youth, it's about power. The power to walk without pain, to wake up feeling capable, to live your life with strength, dignity, and vitality. Because even after 60, your body is listening. Every choice you make is a message. And when you choose to support it, to nourish it, to let it rest, to believe in its ability to heal, you'll feel something incredible happen. You'll rediscover the strength that was never truly lost, only waiting to be awakened.